let's talk about the Copilot experience in VS Code. Together with our friends at Microsoft, we have turned our in-editor experience on its head and created an even better Copilot. Let's show them what we got. Come on out, Cassidy.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thanks, Thomas. Hello, everyone. My name is Cassidy. I'm so excited to tell you about some of the new stuff that we have coming your way. As Thomas said, we're evolving GitHub Copilot for VS Code. So more in your editor means less context switching, which is very good for someone like me who has way too many browser tabs open, a very full email inbox, and also that new Rosé and Bruno Mars song, distracting me all the time. Anyway, today we have a ton of new things to show you that Copilot is not just an AI developer tool. It's an intelligent platform with multiple tools and services, a whole ecosystem of them at your disposal. So GitHub Universe, are you ready to see what we've got for you? Yeah? I'll show you how to do it right now, live. So this website right here is Copilot Airways, where every pilot is a co-pilot. So this is the website that we're going to be working on throughout the day today and building some cool things with it. So before I get into it, I'm going to head over to the code. Who here has used GitHub Copilot before? Wow, that is awesome, and you're making my job so much easier. For those who haven't used it before, that's okay. I'm going to show you an example of what it can do. So what I could do is I could type a function, get coolest developer in the world, and then try to autocomplete it and see what it returns. Cassidy? What? AI has never lied. Okay, so it does a very, very smart autocomplete, but you can also use GitHub Copilot Chat. So I could highlight this right here, and I don't even have to just ask in English. I could say, ¿puedes explicar esto? In Spanish, and then it will explain what this code does in Spanish for me right here in the chat. So it says that I'm the coolest developer in the world, which is all you need to know. So that is a very high level of what Copilot does and has done. But there's new stuff we'd like to do today. So I'm going to reset that and go back to our website, and I'm going to go to the profile page. So in this profile page, you have our flight point history data, so the points that you get as you've earned it on various trips. And this table is cool, but I think it would look better in a graph. So I'm going to go back to our code right over here. I'm going to delete this function. Now, what I want to ask Copilot is say, is there anything else in the code base where we're drawing a line graph? Because that might be kind of useful. And so what's happening right now is called intent detection, where it figures out what I'm asking, and then it asks the workspace agent what I'm doing. And it also does repo indexing, where it uses our repo as a source of truth. And so, as you can see, we have this thing called on-time line chart. And so it's a line chart that already exists in our code base, so we could use that. But I think an area graph would be better. And so if an area graph is what we want to use, that means I need to make a new component. I need to change this profile page. I need to add tests, maybe add a note in the README. That is a lot of changes. If only we could edit multiple files at once. If only we could edit multiple files at once. Well, now we can! Copilot for multi-file editing is now available. So, we have this new edit mode right here. And what's cool about this new edit mode is, first of all, I can go down here and change the model. So I'll choose Claude for this one. And then I can say, hey, can you create a new reusable area graph from our points activity service? And I want it to be displayed below that points activity table, and I want it to behave very similarly to the on-time line chart. And then, of course, don't forget to write tests. And then we hit go, and we see what it does. And I'm very excited about it. So it gives us our step-by-step saying we're going to create a chart component, we're going to add it to the profile page, and we're going to create tests for that new component. And it starts creating those files right away. And so as you can see here, we already have this monthly ports area chart graph, and it's based on what already exists in our code base. And it has the green diff there so you can see what's new, which is everything. Whenever I see a diff, I want to make a Git joke, but I know I need to branch out more, so I won't force it on you. Thank you. I'm here all week. Okay, and then we also have this tests file that was made, and it makes unit tests for every single component on here. And so I'm just going to save that there. That looks great too. And it adds this monthly points area chart directly to our components. So I can just save all of that, accept it, and then if I go back to the profile page, blammo! Check it out! We've got the little hovering. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, I love that. And there's a little bit more under the hood I want to show you before we wrap up today. So if I go back to the monthly points area chart, something that you might have seen is that we have this little feature flag conditional right here. Launch Darkly is a feature flag service, and they're a partner with GitHub, and they have what is called a GitHub Copilot extension. GitHub Copilot extensions was released this past May, and you can use it to extend GitHub Copilot to do all kinds of things. And in this particular case, I'm going to head back to our chat, and I'm going to flag Launch Darkly, create a flag based on our monthly points chart, and then it will run the extension. And so we've already got a little pop-up here saying we want to create the flag, we have a key for it, make it available on the server, and then I can toggle the flag right here in VS Code without ever having to leave.